folks in the kitchen. Today we are going to make shrimp stuffed poblanos with Colorado sauce. You can look back at our previous videos to see how we made the Colorado sauce, but right now it's just defrosting. So we bought these beautiful poblanos at the farmer's market like we often do on Saturday, and the first step in this process is to roast these so that we can peel and seed them. So let's get started with that. All right, so these puppies are on the grill, and what we're trying to do is get them to blister so the skin peels off easier. You can see that it's having some effect already, but we need them to get like that all over the place, so they'll be on here for a little bit longer. Right, so these, as you can see, these are looking great. So when they get to the point I want them, they need to steam a little bit, so I throw them in a pot and then put the lid on it, and they will steam in there. And when they're cool enough, we will take them out and peel them. All right, so our chilies have cooled in their pots. They're very easy to peel now. Doesn't always work out this well, but this one's coming pretty good. And when we're stuffing these, you have to do this pretty carefully because you really can only have one side of the chili open if you're going to be stuffing them, so they don't all work out that way. But this one, I always get a few extra in case I have difficulty. This one was split there, so we'll just keep that same split. I'm going to scrape the seeds off the stem, and then pull them out. Make sure they're all loose, and the rest will just rinse right out of there. There we go. And it's also often attached on this string, and if you just pull that string, it'll rip the whole chili right down. So you got to kind of break that. But there you go. There's one. It's ready for stuffing. So it's time to start working on our filling. I've got one onion that I've cut into a pretty small dice here, and we're going to put that in a pan with some olive oil, and we're going to saute this for a while. We really want these onions to cook now and get soft. We're going to add to that 3 to 4 garlic cloves. That's about right. And a teaspoon each of coriander and cumin. We can get the thing open.
Dang Tupperware.
Okay. And we'll let this cook for a while before we add it to our, well, actually we're going to add some shrimp to this. So the other ingredients we have are about a pound of shrimp all combined. I have some bay shrimp, and I have 8 larger shrimp that I've cut into bite-sized pieces. It's nice to get a little bite in there. I have a cup each of Jack and mozzarella, and 1 package of cream cheese. So once the onions are cooked, we'll add the shrimp to it, and then we're going to add all that to the cheese after it cools a little bit, and then we're going to stuff our peppers. Okay, now the onions are pretty well cooked. I've got the bigger shrimp because these are not cooked at all, so they need to cook a little bit. We're actually going to be baking this in the oven, so these shrimp will end up getting fairly well done, but it always comes out great anyway. So And then in just a minute or so, we'll add the other shrimp just to get them warm, and then we'll let this cool down just a bit and add it to our cheese. And I have mixed the cheese together. All the cheeses. Yeah, cheesy. So we'll have a great filling for our stuffed chilies. All right, so I got my pile of shrimp and onions, and I'm gonna just dump this all into my cheese. There's some liquid in here that I wouldn't mind not getting. If I get some of it, it'll be fine though. There we go.
Yeah, I can use that for the rice.
Yeah, you can.
Just save it.
All right. So once I get this all stirred up here, I will have my filling. And this is still a little warm so that it'll help mix in with the cheese. Oh, this just comes out so good, especially with the Colorado sauce on it. It's really something. All right, so we'll come back when it's time to stuff them and put this puppy in the oven. Okay, so now it's time to stuff our chilies. This time of year, the Poblanos are big, they're meaty, they have nice thick walls to them, and you can really fit a lot of stuff in them. So this is gonna work out. One stuffed chili is really a meal. And I'm gonna get as much of this goodness in there as I can. And then right into the pan. And I've greased this pan just to make the cleanup a little easier. And the trick with stuffing them is get it up around the stem. There's a large cavity up there that you want to make sure gets full. And if we have any stuffing left over, it makes great omelets. You can certainly find uses for this. It's delicious, cheesy, shrimpy goodness.
It would be good in like the crab puffs, the little wonton wrappers.
Now I can sort of pick and choose a little on these chilies. Look at this one was turning red. That should be delicious. They get a little sweeter when they turn red.
Too bad we can't share with friends.
I know. This
would be a great dinner for company.
This one nobody else has had yet over here. Just didn't start making these stuffed ones until this year. Okay, and we'll get one more in here. And maybe that one.
It's pretty with its little orange button.
Yeah. Look at all that. Oh, yeah. It's like a loaded baked potato or something.
Oh, that's what else this would be good on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll have to have one of those.
Okay, and then, as if that wasn't delicious enough, we've got our Colorado sauce. And then I'm going to top this with some more cheese. And we'll bake this for maybe 45 minutes at 350.
Yeah, it's basically all cooked already.
Yeah, it just needs to heat up and get gooey. I guess I might as well use all the rest of this.
It's going to be soup.
That is very saucy. And there you have a masterpiece. So we'll see what it looks like when it comes out of the oven and gets put on a plate. But that's basically all there is to it. All right, now our stuffed chilies came out of the oven. I can see maybe we could have put the cheese on a little later. It's pretty well done, but man, this is really gonna be good. So I gotta figure out how to get it out of here. And
It's always a tricky
I
part.
have done this before with this dish, so I think I got it. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah. Drip all over the plate. Make it as messy as possible. That aggression will not stand. But we do have ways to clean that up. So this is just some cherry tomatoes and cilantro. Just a little brightener, as it were. And we will have some Maldon salt. Put a little salt in there. And then I just don't see how this is going to work without getting some of this sauce on here. And the sauce is pretty runny. It's totally delicious. And we've used it for this before, and it's worked out just fine. So we'll just do that, and then I need to. As this plate comes to the pass, it's going to have to get wiped. There we go.
I want to mess up our new mustard yellow plate.
And then have some marigold. I like this red. Oh man. Gee. It's tricky. But it's important, you know, because the food has to look really good when it comes out. That's what we want. And we have some chrysanthemum, which is nice because they come out late. So we're just now getting full on chrysanthemum flowers. I think that's enough. And I like a little bit of blue, so I got a bachelor button. Okay.
Here we go.
And then for our garnish, there, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh, and I also have a little bit of serrano. This is a bright red serrano from the greenhouse. They're really quite hot, so I just need a little bit, and Kelly doesn't want any.
Nope.
So,
not for me.
So there you have it. This is chili, shrimp stuffed chilies with Colorado sauce on the plate, and it looks just absolutely delicious, and I know it's going to taste good. I guess I'd better taste it.
Yeah, you better do a little proofing test.
It's a great flavor combination, and having that cream cheese in there, which is so sweet, and even the shrimp are a little sweet, and you've got it with that chili sauce. This is really good. So thanks for watching Two Cooks in the Kitchen, and we'll see you next time.